Have you ever felt a pull toward someone you know you should avoid, like the tragic lovers in Romeo and Juliet, divided by family feuds, their whispers in the night garden heavy with risk and desire? Or think of the Underground Railroad's hidden escapes, where trust in a stranger could mean freedom or doom, the air thick with the scent of damp earth and fear. That's the throbbing heart of Episode 3 of Dark Moon, Tsuki no Saidan, known as Dark Moon, the Blood Altar, released on January 23, 2026, escalating the series arc of tangled attractions and supernatural secrets. This chapter heightens the pull between vampires and their mysterious draw to Suha, mirroring the divided alliances of the Cold War, where spies danced on the edge of betrayal. I was captivated by its simmering romance, like feeling warm breath on your skin in a foggy alley, hearing distant footsteps that could be friend or foe. You taste the sweet bitterness of unspoken longing, touch the cool night air, and question, what if the one who saves you is the monster you feared? The episode dangles these riddles, stirring a deep curiosity that makes you need to witness the unraveling. Don't you want to feel that forbidden spark yourself? Streaming on Crunchyroll, subs and dubs ready. Episode 3, Half Moon. The preemptive date builds from Episode 2's tense werewolf standoff. There, Suha deepened her uneasy bond with the vampire boys at Desolus Academy, while hints of her cursed powers and the blood altar prophecy loomed like shadows. Spoilers for this episode. The vampires plan to keep distance from Suha but fail. Heli invites her on a moonlit date in foggy Riverfield, their walk echoing stolen moments in Casablanca, where lovers meet under wartime haze, hands brushing with electric tension. Flirty telepathic chats flow, but feral vampires ambush and kidnap Suha, dragging her to a hideout like the sudden raids in Viking sagas. The vampire group, Heli, Solon, and others, rushes to rescue, Heli wielding a spear in fierce combat. Flashbacks reveal Suha's sad past. Shunned as a suspected vampire, she lost her friend Chris to a stake through the heart, buried him herself. The episode shifts forward by strengthening Suha's ties to the boys, ending on a shocking cliffhanger. Chris appears alive, now grown and mysterious. You feel the fog cling to your clothes, hear the clash of fangs and steel, your heart pounding as old graves stir. Why is Chris back? The suspense grips like a vice, making you desperate to uncover the truth. Episode 3 advances the narrative by shifting from rivalry setups to personal stakes, blending romance with action. Key revelations. The vampires are all orphans, sharing a bond like family, as Heli confides during the date, echoing Oliver Twist street kids forging ties amid hardship. A twist hits when feral vampires attack, revealing they're targeting Suha for her special aura, tying back to the prophecy. The cliffhanger, Chris's return, upends Suha's grief, suggesting he's no ordinary survivor. Pacing balances slow burn intimacy with sudden bursts, like a calm sea before a storm. Date scenes linger on emotions, then explode into rescue. Dramatic balance works. Romance softens the violence, keeping viewers hooked without overload. Now, clarifying cloudy aspects from fan chats on Reddit and X. Why do vampires feel drawn to Suha? Reddit threads, like our /anime discussions, puzzle over her non-vampire powers, strength, telepathy, yet hatred for vampires. From the webtoon, chapters 3 to 4, adapted here. She's not a vampire but a key human with ancient ties, her aura resonating like a magnet, explained later as a reincarnation link to the blood altar. X posts question Chris's survival. Staked and buried as a kid, now adult? Web novel extras reveal stakes paralyze, not kill, immortals. Chris was turned young, faking death to protect Suha from hunters, akin to historical vampire lore in Dracula tales. Previous episodes' confusion on vampire differences, their complete types per light novel volume 1 gets context. Here, orphans from a cursed orphanage, their powers unique. This episode demystifies by showing their telepathic group chat, but teases deeper prophecy. Overall, it core drives the show. Suha's role in uniting or destroying supernatural worlds, pushing toward epic confrontations. Suha's depth pierces. Her wounds from isolation and Chris's death motivate her caution, but the date surprises with vulnerability, transforming her guarded heart. Consistent with prior wariness, yet growth in trusting Heli. Heli's motivations shine. Protective orphan leader, his choices, like spear-fighting ferals, surprise with raw fury, dialogue tender yet fierce. Cheyenne adds layers, sabotaging for Suha time, his grin hiding loneliness. Solon's Tsundra edge softens, pulling her from danger. Consistent coldness, but transformative care. All feel alive, like you're walking beside them in the fog. Powers curse questions morality. Suha's strength isolates her, like Prometheus bound for gifting fire. Does might bring connection or pain? Sacrifice manifests in vampire's rescue, risking exposure for one girl, pitting survival against hope. Despair in Suha's flashbacks clashes with budding bonds, asking, can old hates yield to new trust, like post-World War II reconciliation? Implications? New lore complicates. Feral vampires as low-rank outcasts enrich the hierarchy, like feudal castes in medieval history. The blood altar hints as a relic amplifying powers, deepening the Academy's cursed veil. Script is poetic, sharp. Hellies were all lost under the same moon ways like Hemingway's sparse regrets, foreshadowing orphan pains and resonating long after. Impactful lines, no cliches, pull you in like overhearing Lincoln's debates, tension thick. What hidden scars do they share? The words tease, building suspense that demands you watch. Art director, not explicitly named, but character designs by Masami Inomata, crafts fluid beauty. Colors blend foggy grays with warm date glows, lighting casts red-eyed shadows symbolizing inner beasts. Stillness in talks contrasts frantic rescues, movement smooth under troika animators. Beauty means fragility here. The moon's half-light softens dangers, shaping emotional vulnerability. Credit to visuals director Shoko Shiga for haunting frames. Shoko Shiga's angles amplify feelings. Close-ups on blushing faces mirror desire. Wide shots make fog engulf like isolation. Editing rhythms quicken in fights, echoing heartbeats and tension. Naoki Chiba's OST haunts like a whisper. Motifs swell in romantic walks. Crescendos crash during ambushes, burning in mind. Silence and flashbacks speaks louder, heavy with loss. Kikunasuk Toya as Heli delivers with intensity, his timbre warm yet trembling, embodying protective soul. Fuka Izumi's Suha quivers with depth, her tremor capturing pained hope. Shinichi Toki as Cheyenne adds sly charm, intensity and sabotage scenes hitting like emotional storms. This episode left me aching with bittersweet wonder, the date's warmth scarred by attack's chaos. Climax, destinies crash in the rescue, breaking point shifting isolation to alliance. It echoes questions like refugees in history. Can foes become family? You hear the spear's whistle, feel blood's sticky warmth. Doesn't it stir your own buried pains? Pacing lags and flashbacks, like dense mist in Sherlock tales, but deliberate for emotional build. Complexity in powers might confuse, yet stylistic for mystery's pull. Opacity on Chris reframes as thematic tease. Episode 3 strengths, romantic depth, action thrills, overshadow minor slows, succeeding in weaving desire and dread. But what if your lost love returned changed? Watching is your path to answers, a journey into your shadowed heart. Will you heed the moon's whisper?